That one of the most desired men in Hollywood history, a man who has been in relationships with some of the most iconic women in the world, still couldn't forget just one. Not Angelina Jolie, not Jennifer Aniston, but someone far more unexpected. Someone from before the fame, before the headlines, before the world knew his name. Today, we're diving deep into the untold emotional story of Brad Pitt, a story of love, timing, regret, and the woman who may have quietly shaped the man he became. And trust me, by the end of this video, your entire perspective on his love life will change. Before the fame, before the flashing cameras, before the million-dollar contracts, he was just William Bradley Pitt, a young man from Missouri, chasing something he couldn't quite explain. Los Angeles in the late 1980s wasn't kind to dreamers. He took odd jobs, drove around trying to find auditions. Sometimes he got roles. Most of the time, he didn't. There were moments he questioned everything, moments he wondered if he had made a mistake. And in the middle of all that uncertainty, he met her. Her name was Juliette Lewis. She wasn't just another actress. She was different, bold, unfiltered, intense in a way that most people couldn't understand. When they met, something clicked instantly. Not the kind of attraction you see in Hollywood headlines. Something deeper, something real. They weren't two celebrities trying to build an image. They were just two young people trying to figure out life. And that's exactly what made it different. Most people don't know this, but Brad Pitt has often struggled with identity, especially in his early career. He once described feeling like he was living someone else's life. But during his time with Juliette, that feeling disappeared. For the first time, he wasn't trying to be anyone. He was just himself. Their relationship wasn't glamorous. No red carpet appearances, no carefully crafted interviews, no perfect couple image. They spent time talking about life, philosophy, meaning. They challenged each other, pushed each other, understood each other in a way that fame could never replicate. And that's exactly why it mattered, because it was real. In later interviews, Brad Pitt hinted at something powerful. He said that early in his life, he experienced relationships that were more honest than anything that came later. He never explicitly named Juliette, but those who studied his timeline knew exactly who he meant. Then everything changed. Brad Pitt's career exploded. Suddenly, he wasn't just another struggling actor. He was becoming Brad Pitt. Fame brings opportunities, but it also brings pressure, expectations, distance, and slowly, things started to shift, not because the love disappeared, but because life started pulling them in different directions. Unlike his later relationships, there was no scandal, no drama, no headlines, just a quiet ending. And sometimes, those are the ones that hurt the most, because there's no closure, no clear reason, just a lingering question. What if? Psychologists often say, the relationships we have before major life changes, before success, before identity shifts, leave the deepest emotional imprint, because they connect to who we were, not who we became. For Brad Pitt, that moment in time was tied to Juliette Lewis. After the breakup, his life moved fast. Movies, fame, relationships that the whole world watched. Jennifer Aniston, Angelina Jolie, each one significant in its own way, but also very different. Because now he wasn't just a man in love. He was a global icon navigating relationships under a microscope. Years later, in a quiet, reflective moment during an interview, Brad Pitt said something that most people overlooked. He talked about a relationship from his past, one that felt pure, one that existed before everything became complicated, one where he felt most like himself. He didn't say her name, but he didn't have to, because those who understood his story already knew. So why couldn't he forget her? It wasn't about fame. It wasn't about beauty. It wasn't even about love in the traditional sense. It was about timing. She knew him before the world did, before expectations, before pressure, before identity became something he had to manage. She knew the real version of him, and once someone knows that version of you, it's impossible to forget them. What makes this story even more powerful is how quiet it remained. Juliette Lewis never turned it into a headline, never used it for attention, never tried to rewrite the narrative. When she spoke about it, she kept it simple, she called it real. And sometimes, that says more than anything else. But this isn't the full story, because what happened next changed everything. Brad Pitt's rise to global superstardom, his high-profile relationships, and the moments that made him question everything again, all of it connects back to this one chapter of his life. And in part 2, we're diving deeper into the relationships the world saw and the emotional truth hidden behind them. Because sometimes, the most important love story is the one no one was watching.